Mica Rambin from the Justice Party.
Mica.
Thank you everybody for being here. I'd like to start off first by thanking No Coal, Decolonize, Whatcom, and Socialist Alternative for sponsoring this event. Like many of you here today, the Justice Party of Washington State and I are very concerned about the heavy economic and environmental costs of the coal industry's plan to poison Bellingham and many other communities across this state. The prospect of us allowing the most ecologically friendly small city in America to fall victim to the coal exportation project by Goldman Sachs, Peabody Energy, SSA Marines, and Burlington North Santa Fe, and the other corporations involved is contrary to everything that we value and must not be allowed to prevail.
Yeah.
The limitless greed of these corporations have led them to want to ship over 48 million tons of uncovered coal on trains through Bellingham every year to a shipping terminal they want to build at Cherry Point, risking our local economy, environment, and public health by the grossly large amount of coal dust that these trains will spread across the great state of Washington. Burlington North Santa Fe, the railroad corporation that stands to benefit from this project, estimates that each uncovered rail car loses between 500 and a ton of coal dust on their way to their destination. Trains delivering coal to Cherry Point will come up from the south through Seattle and then north along the Burlington North Santa Fe main line. A full build-out of the coal export facility there will result in 9 full northbound trains along this line a day, which equates to 18 trips a day, which means that there will be a train passing through Bellingham every 41 minutes, causing more traffic congestion that will disrupt commerce that much of our local economy here relies on. In addition, Burlington North Santa Fe conceded in their own extensive study after 2 derailments in the Powder River Basin back in 2005 that when coal dust builds up on tracks, it prevents water from draining on the track beds, pushing steel trains on the track out of gauge and causing derailments. Furthermore, generating such a significant increase in the level of traffic by having these coal trains pass through, in addition to damaging effects of coal dust on railroad tracks, increases the possibility of a hazardous derailment occurring, which puts us, the taxpayers, in a hostage position where we will likely have to choose between investing millions of extra dollars into upgrading and maintaining railroads and related infrastructure, or risk the dire consequences of a derailment, such as one occurring along Bellingham's Bay's waterfront. There is little evidence to suggest that taxpayers will not be expected to provide the funds, or more accurately, the corporate welfare needed for the coal trains and export terminals to function. Even yesterday, the Bellingham Herald reported that the BNSF spokesperson said that they would only cover 5% of the infrastructure costs needed to accommodate the additional traffic from the coal trains, saying that the taxpayers would have to quote-unquote cough up the other 95% of those funds. Also, looming behind the immediate dangers posed to the city of Bellingham is another which impacts the entire world, and that's climate change. The burning of coal at power plants around the world is the single largest contributor to climate change. Thus, if the corporations backing this coal export project succeed in advancing, China will purchase and burn massive amounts of coal, causing further harm to our world's atmosphere and putting the long-term safety of the world at risk through the dramatic rise in sea levels, adverse weather patterns, and many other problems associated with climate change. And when considering the central argument by proponents of this plan, which touts that letting the coal, railroad, and terminal companies ship their dirty coal through our city will create a surplus of jobs, the facts surrounding this issue reveal that that claim is fictitious at best. The economists hired by the SSA Marine study reporting those positive job figures related to the export only investigated the jobs that would be created by the export itself and omitted the jobs that would be taken away by the new coal traffic. An independent study by Public Financial Management Inc. suggested the opposite. The study found that the increased traffic caused by the coal trains could disrupt commerce for local businesses, alter redevelopment plans for the Bellingham waterfront, and reduce tourism so greatly that Bellingham will end up losing more jobs than the amount generated by the coal export terminal. In the midst of these troubling facts, certain questions are inevitably provoked. How is that adopting such a heinous project like this could even be considered by our local governments? Why aren't more of those whom govern us standing standing with us today and using everything within their power to help protect our communities.
Why?
Yeah, why?
And well, for the sake of illustrating part of that answer to those questions, I want to mention our representative, Democrat Rick Larson. Congressman Larson supports the coal export terminal and has defended that position by lying to this district, echoing the false job numbers provided to him by the bogus SAS Marine study. Congressman Larson is clearly doing this because he has accepted tens of thousands of dollars worth of campaign contributions from the corporate backers of this project, including SSA Marine, Peabody Energy, Goldman Sachs, CSX, and Union Pacific for this election year alone. It is clear that corporations are buying our government at every level. If our elected officials continue to lie and make policy against the will of the public, then I feel that they must be replaced because the safety and the prosperity of our community and our world is not open to compromise. And thanks to the dedicated activism of everyone involved in this issue around the state, last week Rail America pulled their plans to build a coal export terminal at Grays Harbor, Washington. That's one down, 5 more to go! 5 more to go!
Yeah.
And from this group of citizens that I see before me now, I am confident that we can stop Wall Street from getting their way at Cherry Point, preserving our community and building towards a green future. The Justice Party of Washington State endorses this campaign against the coal train and want to be working with you on this issue in the years to come. Thank you very much, citizens of Bellevue!